Hello and welcome back to another episode of Serenity Craft, or the Serenity Modpack, or Serenity, whatever it is called these days. So, we are back in the basement level of our base here. No new messages from Bombadil yet, unfortunately. I'm going to have to see if I can try and reach out to him sometime soon. Just heard a spider. Take him out, making a little bit of noise. So as you can see, it's pretty clear. It's no zombies. It's all just very nice. Plenty of light. As I say that, I can hear a zombie, but we will go back inside because I have something to show, and also the plans. So, just recently I did this. I have replaced almost most of the floor. Well, looks like all of it, yeah. Except for the mine shaft there, that can just stay as is. Maybe put some doors there later on, actually. Maybe put some stairs down as well, but so I've gone for a limestone from chisel, which just naturally occurs in the world, and there was a fair bit of it just lying around near the base from when we sort of dug and cleared some stuff out so we could build the base. And then I did some more of the cobblestone changed with the chisel from chisel 2. So going on, I've also added just one more tank, just so we've got a little bit more storage. We've got our hardened fluid ducts, which go through the floor as well, you will now see, which go down there, along there, and all the way into our smeltery there. So this is now hooked up to our infinite lava, which is pretty great. And in there we've got angmarlin and iron. Not really sure how I made those. Actually, it might have been gold and iron which made the angmarlin, or however it's pronounced. Yeah, so I've got a nearly full block of gold there. Just need a little bit more gold, but I must have run out. So I'm moving on further. So I've also added the roof because it was dirt before, as you can just see there. So it's only a half slab roof, but I figured we needed something so we didn't just have a dirt roof. And then out back here we've got the sort of water area, as it were, hidden behind these doors, which, I don't know, I think I like them. I wasn't sure how to do these walls. I thought maybe I'd have this entire wall as a cobblestone, but I decided to go for this, which seems to be okay. So this episode, without saying anymore, I'm thinking what we will do is we will move on to getting some electrical appliances and electrical generation integrated into our base. So I'm thinking mechanism, I think it is. So we will need an enrichment chamber, steel casing, which is osmium, glass and steel, which to get from mechanism you need steel dust, which you get from enriched iron in a metallurgic infuser with coal. But how do you get enriched iron? Enriched iron is iron in a metallurgic infuser, which means we need a metallurgic infuser first, which I think is a weird shaped one. Okay, here it is. So it doesn't quite look the same as it used to, but as we can see, it needs 4 iron ingots, 2 redstone, 2 furnaces and an osmium. And I think we'll probably make a couple of these because you end up having one with redstone in it, and then one with coal, and then one with obsidian, one with diamonds. You end up needing quite a few of them, and because they're so easy to make, I don't think that will be much of a problem. But we will first need the way to generate the power to power those. So I think we will go with the same one we did before, the magmatic generators. Magmatic dynamos, which we will need Invar for. So we'll probably get maybe 2 of these going, even just 1 for now, and then we'll get a power generation storage cube of some sort maybe. But these ones require the 8 Invar, 11 Invar, and 1 silver. And Invar was iron grit and pulverized ferrous. Okay. Now I'm not sure how much we've got left over. So we've got 3 there. I think we had more in a furnace somewhere. Yeah, here's 24. So we'll get some more made. We need some silver as well, which it doesn't look like we've got. But I've got a lot of stuff on me. I'm just going to see if I can get rid of this. Okay, and here's some silver. So I've cleared out the inventory just a little bit. So I only got the stuff that we might need. So we've got silver. We will need some iron, I believe, for the metallurgic infusers. But I'm not sure where any of that is. Actually, I think it must be in the smelter here. So what we've got 30 ingots in there. Now, if we can get rid of the iron, then we can put more gold in to finish off that block there. The problem is we have to get rid of all 30 ingots through this. So I think I'll just do that pretty quickly, and then we can move on. And that's everything. So we've now emptied it completely. We've got 37 iron and 3 marlin. So I think we'll just cook our silver quickly. We'll get the other stuff that we need, such as the redstone. We've got the Invar. What else? Actually, I think that's just about it. Some iron there. So yeah, that must be it. Okay. Now we just need the silver to go, and then we can make the transmission coil. Now we will also be needing a certain type of power conduit. Ooh, typing power doesn't seem to give you much of a narrowing down. Neither does conduit. So if we were to go, say, at mechanism, we could say grab some basic universal cable, which is steel. Alrighty. So enrichment chamber requires steel, which requires steel dust, which requires metallurgic infuser with enriched iron, which gives you steel dust, and then steel dust you just smelt, which will give you steel. So we need one metallurgic infuser at least, and we need coal. I wonder if charcoal will work, because we've got plenty of that. And 2 more there. Just finish those ones from cooking. And now we've got some silver. Let us get a few ingots out. We only need 1 for now. But we will go silver, redstone, transmission, and then you need 2 gears, like so. And then you need the 2 gears somewhere there, I think. Like that, maybe like that. No, okay, I forget. It is magmatic dynamo. And a piece of redstone down there, right. Oops, okay, there we are, magmatic dynamo. Wonderful. Let us put this dynamo down. Ooh. Okay, I guess for now we will just put it there, but we will place the metallurgic infuser first, I think. So we'll go at mechanism again. And we'll make the metallurgic infuser, which is osmium, which we don't have any of yet. Now, I don't know if you can put osmium ore in the smeltery, but I hope so. Osmium. Do we even have any osmium? We should, surely. Okay, so it looks like we don't even have any osmium, so we can't even get the mechanism started. But I think mechanism is the line I want to go down, so I'm just gonna go down and look for some osmium. Okay, we've got a bunch of osmium now. What's that? A little over a stack. So now we should be able to finally get into things. Now we're just gonna have to see if we can actually smelt this osmium. I'm just gonna try putting 4 in. If it doesn't actually move on that bar to the side, okay, it looks like it is smelting. I'm kind of hoping that it works and that it doesn't get the ore registry mixed up into a different ingot or something. So we're just going to smelt a few of them to see how that goes. Okay, it looks like the osmium has worked, so now it's just a matter of pouring it out and using the ingots. So we'll just get a few ingots so we can get a metallurgic infuser. Now we should only need 2. So let us get to crafting. Metallurgic infuser. You need 2 furnaces. Next is that. Okay. 2 simple. We have our metallurgic. We have our metallurgic infuser. Wonder if I can do that. Probably not. Okay, we're gonna need another. Jeez, those cows are loud upstairs. We need that to go into there, to power that, to power this. Bing bam boom. Okay, so in this side here we need to put our carbon. Nice, so charcoal does work, which is very nice. And then we also need to put our iron in there. So we'll put a few in there. I'm not sure how many this makes. Okay, it looks like it only does 1, which is a shame. So I guess we'll be making a fair bit of steel straight off the bat. So just whilst that is doing its enriching and infusing or whatever it is, what I'm thinking is that we have a simple pipe going into a back room back here, which I will dig out, which will then be filled with several magmatic dynamos back here, maybe in a line, so we'll just say maybe 3 or maybe 6, and even if we need to up it at some point, maybe 9. Just a 3x3 of magmatic dynamos, each of them having a universal cable of some kind, whether it be basic, advanced or elite, coming off it, and those cables will all converge into a backup sort of power unit here, which will just store some power for emergency days when, you know, the lava runs out in the nether for some reason, whatever it is. And then all that power will then go out of the cube again along this wall here, and then along this wall we will have on this side a row of machines, and they will be linked together with pipes that will automatically pump out of one into another, so it can just be an instant chain of production. So we'll just put the iron back in, which will turn it into steel dust, I believe. So we'll just fill. We won't put too much more carbon charcoal in. We'll put a little bit. So how much is it using per one? So it's at 110. It is using 10 per one. So we're going to need a little bit more. So one more. Each one is 20 by the looks of it. Okay. So as I was saying, just along here, production line of sorts. So say you have a chest here, which it will then automatically pull out of iron ingots, say. And then the iron ingots will go into here, which will have a metallurgic infuser, which will then infuse it into the enriched iron, which will then pump out of there into another one, which will turn it into steel dust, which will then pump out of the steel dust into a furnace, and then furnace into another chest. And then that will happen for whatever we really need. So in Mechanism's case, we will need a few different things. So steel being one of them, and we'll also want stuff like the circuits. So that's a metallurgic infuser with osmium in it, and redstone as the actual infusation ingredient. I'm not sure what to call it, but that ingredient is just there. So one for the basic circuits, and then I think you can even do some crafting as well, but we'll just have to see what we need. So enriched alloy, that's another big one you need. So that's iron ingots and the redstone, as opposed to the osmium and the redstone. So we'll just make what we need, and we'll have it all automated. Maybe instead of all going into one separate chest, we can have it all going underground with pipeline to a chest just over here, and we say, okay, let's see what we've made. Everything should be in here, etc. Done. Then eventually we will go more advanced. We will have a digital miner in here, which will suck all the ores out of the earth, and then all those ores will then go into machines that will sort between the ores that can and can't be smelted, and it will infuse them and enrich them, etc. Crush and enrich, I think it is, with the enrichment chamber. And then it will just basically duplicate all of our ores very easily. And all we have to do is flick a lever and it will collect it. So we've got our steel dust. Now we just need to smelt it. Alrighty. So, nearing the end of our episode, we've got our 16 steel ingots here, which we will now use to create, hopefully, this enrichment chamber. Oh no, actually first, before we get that done, we should probably get the power cube and the cables done. So I think we'll get the cables now. So we want basic universal cables, and then we'll get steel and redstone. So we've got our redstone. We'll just make a few. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Enough to create some steel blocks, or just one at least. So I hope you can just sort of break these as is. Well, it is empty, so I'm not really going to lose anything in that regard. We've got that back, which is nice. Magmatic dynamo. It says we can break it with whaler, and we have. Okay. Now let's just try and tidy this up a little bit. We will go this way, so 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that way. So 1, 2, 3, that should be 4. And then I think it should just be straight down, right? Straight down, and then just here. Brilliant. So we've got our hardened fluid ducts, and we'll just bring them along here. And we will bring it up this way. noisy cows upstairs, jeez. What are they doing? Let's do that, and we'll have a 3x3, because I'm thinking eventually a 3x3 of power. And hopefully they will all glow a nice glow. Now, I wanted that to be sideways. Okay. Be nice if that guy didn't do that. Now, do I have to place it like that? No, that doesn't seem to be working, which is unfortunate. Maybe if I have the cable there, and I place it against the cable. The spider's getting in the way of me breaking this. I have to go upstairs and kill him. Okay. Like so. Okay, that's what I wanted. And then the power can go along the floor under here and into the wall. So we are now generating basically limitless power. Not much of it at a time, but still limitless. Until the lava in the nether runs out. So, I think that's a good enough spot to call it the end of the episode. I know that I missed an episode last week, which was unfortunate, but I did replace it with an episode of that new game Heat Signature, which I would recommend checking out that video if you haven't already. But if you like this video, please click that like/thumbs up button, and I will see you again next week with another episode where we will hopefully continue on building all of our machinery and automate a production line of sorts. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.